Areo Hotah, escorts Jaime Lannister into the main living quarters of the Water Gardens. There, in a bright and comfortable sitting room, Prince Doran Martell waits to receive him. Also present are Ellaria Sand, Doran's son Trystane Martell, and Jaime's niece, Myrcella Baratheon. They are all seated together on a circle of couches, with Myrcella snuggling up close to Trystane. Jaime notices that Myrcella is now wearing a Dornish-style dress that shows more skin than she used to reveal. When he takes note of this, Myrcella tells him that she finds the warm weather of Dorne much more to her liking than the cooler climate she grew up in. Getting straight to the point, Doran asks Jaime why he has secretly entered Dorne and taken Myrcella with the plan of bringing her back to King's Landing. Jaime answers that he was worried about her safety. But when Doran presses him further, asking why he did not simply send a letter by messenger, Raven, instead of coming in person, Jaime explains that they had received a threatening sign. That sign was a dead viper with Myrcella's Lannister lion-shaped pendant forced into its mouth. Hearing this, Doran turns and gives Ellaria a hard, angry look. Meanwhile, Myrcella, who is confused by the whole situation, says that her pendant was simply taken from her room without her knowing, and she insists that it was just a theft, nothing more. Jaime asks Doran whether he plans to have him beheaded. At this point, Doran speaks in a kinder tone, because Jaime has just explained that he was threatened before he acted. Doran says that he will not kill Jaime, because his main goal is to stay out of war. Doran has witnessed the horrors of war with his own eyes, dead bodies scattered across battlefields, and orphan children left starving in the cities far from the fighting. He refuses to lead his own people into such suffering. Ellaria then speaks very directly and asks him what he actually intends to do. Does he plan to sit down and share a meal with the Lannisters as if nothing has happened? Surprisingly, Doran answers that this is exactly what he plans to do. At that moment, wine is served for Jaime, and Doran lifts his own glass and makes a toast to King Tommen, first of his name, wishing that he may rule for a long time. Jaime returns the toast, but Ellaria, in clear disgust, deliberately pours her wine out onto the floor instead of drinking. Doran asks Jaime whether Tommen has truly given the order for his sister to be sent back to the capital. Jaime politely confirms that this is indeed the king's command. In response, Doran says that he cannot disobey his ruler, and therefore Myrcella will be returned to King's Landing. Upon hearing this, Myrcella becomes upset for a short while. However, Doran then presents his own solution to the situation. He explains that his son, Trystane, will travel along with them. The purpose of this journey is for Trystane to take up the position on the small council that was previously given to Oberyn by Tywin, but which became empty after Oberyn's death. Doran makes it clear that for the alliance between the Iron Throne and Dorne to continue, the betrothal between Trystane and Myrcella must remain intact. He adds that Trystane will simply fill his uncle Oberyn's former role on the council. Jaime considers Doran's proposal and finds it completely fair and acceptable. Myrcella, for her part, is overjoyed because this means she will not have to be parted from Trystane. Jaime therefore gives his agreement. At that point, Ellaria rises from her seat and prepares to leave. As she departs, she makes a sharp remark, saying that it is no surprise Doran cannot stand, since he clearly has no backbone. Just as she walks out, he takes hold of her arm and speaks to her in a lowered, serious tone. He tells her that she is the mother of 4 of his nieces, and for their sake, he genuinely hopes she lives a long and happy life. However, he warns her that if she ever speaks to him in that manner again, she will not survive it. Jaime then asks what is going to happen to Bronn, who is still being held as a prisoner. Bronn had punched Trystane when they were trying to take Myrcella away, and now Jaime wants to know what the usual punishment is in that region for hitting a prince. Trystane agrees with this, and says that he has learned from his father how important it is to show mercy. However, he adds that he has one condition before he will let the matter go. Inside the prison cells, Nymeria and Trystane Sand pass the time by sparring with each other, mostly because they have nothing else to do. Meanwhile, Obara tries her best to ignore them so she can get some rest. Soon after, the guards arrive and unlock Bronn's cell, setting him free. As he walks out, Tywin makes fun of him with mocking words. Areo leads Bronn back to the main hall, where Doran, Jaime, and the rest of the group are still waiting. When Bronn notices Trystane, he offers an apology, saying that he did not mean any harm when he struck him earlier. Jaime then tells Bronn with clear satisfaction that the Martells have agreed to let Bronn leave along with him. However, there is one condition attached to this deal. Without saying a word, Areo delivers that condition by slamming his elbow hard into Bronn's face. The blow is so strong that Bronn crashes to the floor, and it serves as fair payback for the hit he had given Trystane before. Later, out in the courtyard, Areo brings Ellaria and the Sand Snakes in front of Prince Doran, who is seated in his wheelchair. Doran gives Ellaria a clear choice, only two options. She can either swear her loyalty to him and promise that she will never attempt such an act again, or she can choose to face death. Fighting back her tears, she kneels down and gently kisses his hand. Doran tells her that he believes people deserve a second chance, and so he forgives her. However, he makes sure to warn her in a firm and serious tone that he does not believe in giving anyone a third chance. Ellaria then finds Jaime in a study, where he is busy writing a letter back to King's Landing to let them know that he is returning. Because he is forced to use his left hand, which is not his dominant one, his handwriting turns out to be very messy and clumsy. Ellaria comments on this, saying that his writing looks like that of a 7-year-old child. She then points out how strange it is that she and Oberyn were looked down upon in King's Landing because of their open sexuality, while Jaime is also judged harshly for his incestuous relationship with his sister Cersei. Jaime stays quiet and does not respond to her words in any way. Ellaria adds that if Jaime had been born a Targaryen 100 years ago, nobody would have found such a relationship unusual or worthy of criticism, speaking in a mysterious and indirect way, perhaps because Doran has encouraged her to do so. She then tells Jaime that she knows his daughter Myrcella had nothing to do with what happened to Oberyn, and she even suggests that Jaime himself might also be innocent of that event. And indeed, Jaime is innocent, because Oberyn had chosen to take part in the trial by combat on his own free will. After Ellaria leaves the room, Jaime is left alone, thinking deeply about what seems to have been an apology from her.